Hey there.
Well, hi.
Did you hear we're doing a guitar demo?
What?
I know.
Oh.
We'll have to find a guitar player.
Oh, well, we're in luck because it just so happens my best friend all the way from Atlanta is here, Mr. Andrew Wiggins.
Sup, chickens?
So, I guess to start our first guitar demo, we should probably play a bunch of harmonic percolators, eh?
Absolutely.
We've got a few of them laying around.
Yeah, so this is another one of those pedals that I've kind of sought after for many moons, and then kind of all of a sudden ended up with a bunch of them, and I really enjoy this pedal. And it's been on a lot of things, albums that I think we all kind of came to enjoy immensely.
Also, I feel like it's pigeonholed.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
it's actually a lot more flexible than anybody gives it credit for.
Absolutely.
Totally.
Well, Andrew, real guitar player, what are you going to be playing on today?
Well, I did bring a Travis Bean, but I'm going to play a better guitar. It's called a Nash Esquire. Just a single pickup Telecaster through a Hiwatt DR103 and a Hiwatt 412 cab.
Boom.
Pretty straightforward. Let's hear how that sounds. And all right, so in front of us here we got 4 distinctly different yet similar pedals. We got a classic style Chuck Collins harmonic percolator.
That's right.
The one with the sliders.
Mm-hmm.
We got a headache nine of swords.
Yeah, the boys at the Fuzz Shack over in the UK.
Yeah, it's a swords about something. And we've got a Frederic Effects Perky Harlot.
Yeah.
Then we've got one side of the Dude Incredible.
Indeed.
So we're not going to use the IVP side today, but really just let the harmonic percolator shine on that one.
Yeah, so we're gonna hit these with some riffs at a moderate gain setting, or in this case harmonics setting, and then we're gonna hit you with the full blast and just let you have it.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. those were some riffs.
Fuck yeah, they were.
That was cool.
All right, so let's just break it down one by one. Let's talk
Yeah.
about what we like about these individual pedals, more than just talking about harmonic percolators
Sure.
in general. Let's start with the one. Let's start with
Yeah.
Chuck Collins. What are y'all's thoughts on the Chuck Collins?
Yeah, so I think that one, honestly, having not been able to play like an OG, I mean, I feel like this is certainly the most correct, and it felt very Santana smooth. It just was like,
In my head, it's just what it should sound like.
Right. That may be a like subjective thing, considering that it's
what it should look like.
Like it's what it should look like, but that definitely to me in my brain, it was the control of the whole experiment and the one to which the others are compared.
yeah. certainly the
This one
reference
was
point.
definitely my favorite of the batch to play through.
Mhm.
It responded most like a fuzz. It was a little softer, not as loud, but it was just nicer in every way, like more responsive to your fingers, more like how I like fuzzes to respond.
Yeah,
Sure.
it just had that feel.
Yeah.
Well, all right, and then we did the Frederic Effects Perky Harlot. Form function wise, it's the most pedal board friendly.
Absolutely.
To mention that first kind of belies its sound quality. but
Sure. Yeah.
that
Packing
is an
that
important
all,
thing to people.
packing it into a smaller package.
This is definitely one of those pedals I've heard about for quite some time before you got it.
Yeah, certainly. I've eyeballed it many times over the years, and just never had an opportunity locally, just because they are a UK based manufacturer. But hey, one came through the shop, and I just decided to go ahead and scoop it up because I really wanted to try it out. Actually, I bought it without even plugging it in.
Yeah, you
and
just
hey,
brought it home.
I'm pretty pleasantly surprised. I mean, as far as the way it sounds compared to the original, or the Chuck Collins version of the original, it seems to be way more aggressive in the mid range. Maybe lacking a little low end.
Upper mids.
Certainly,
Yeah.
yeah. It's a little more pushy. In the way that the Chuck Collins is soft, this one is definitely kind of stabby.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's a very subtle difference. I feel like it was a little stuffier, a little like squished on the bandwidth
Yeah, maybe
end of it. Like
nasally.
there's a little bit more of a high pass to it. It's not quite as sparkly sounding. This one to me was the most kind of middle of the road, kind of beige sounding one. I mean,
It's beige.
you're comparing four very wild pedals, and to call one beige is still not.
Yeah, it's
by
like-
no means is this thing like dry oatmeal.
This is no fuzz face. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
we're not getting blues dad tone by any regards on any of them. It's just like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
All right, and then we did the Headache Nine of Swords. This is the outlier of the group.
Yeah. It's certainly the most maybe obvious to some, on the nose with the graphics. I mean, it's certainly, you would expect it to do maybe what the others did, but then it kind of just comes out of nowhere with the uppercut. I mean, it's super aggro.
Yeah,
Like the gain range is absurdly. It's almost shifted far to the right in comparison to the other pedals.
yeah. This one was totally extreme compared to the other three. It's almost a different pedal. Like this one was the most different. It was the squishiest, compressiest, like total like diode clipping. I'm not sure what diodes they used in there, but they are like very low headroom
Sure.
kind of thing, which is not a sound that I particularly care for. To each his own,
Yeah.
or her own, or their own. But it's definitely more of a texture pedal than something you would leave on all the time for like rhythm parts or something, compared to like, whereas the Chuck Collins, I could use it in that function.
Yeah, you just
But the
roll
Headache
back
is
volume.
definitely more of a a wild texture, like something I would keep around in a studio for like an overdub.
Yeah, or
on a
something to
record or
like
something.
just drop kick the shit out of another
Right.
pedal or an amp.
It's a solo thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Way more aggressive, way more, way louder too. I feel like unity gain
Yeah.
on that thing on the balance knob is way far back compared to the other ones.
Yeah, it's substantially louder.
Yeah.
And I guess, part of the value there, I think this one, comes in at roughly half the cost of the Frederic, substantially less expensive than the other two. So
Yeah.
definitely a value there if you're into the idea and just want something that's gonna, like
Rip
kick
face.
kick some butt for
And
not
it looks
much money.
super cool.
It does. That's, to be totally honest, is why I bought it.
And then speaking of Albini references,
Heyo.
we've got the Dude Incredible.
Yeah.
This is a little later era reference-wise, but I feel like this pedal gets lumped in as the Albini thing, but even the Harmonic Percolator side is a lot more flexible than that. Not even to mention the IVP we didn't use in this demo.
Whole other thing.
Yeah, but it's the one I own, so I'm gonna say it's my favorite. But what'd y'all think?
I mean, I would certainly not argue with your evaluation. Seems to be the most capable as far as versatility. It definitely had more of a range. It felt like it combined some of the cool, aggressive mid-range character of the Frederic, but also still had the thickness or the full range of the Chuck Collins.
Clarity.
Right.
Yeah.
It wasn't as stuffy as the Frederic one, but not quite as aggressive in the mid range. This one held together really well, like much more like a distortion pedal than a fuzz to me, especially at the full blast. This one was the most like a distortion, just very tight, very stable, pretty classy.
Yeah.
It was great sounding, a little noisy.
Yeah, that's kind of the percolator.
That's
aesthetic.
That's gonna happen. That's gonna happen with these pedals for sure. But yeah, great pedal.
Yeah, I think the other cool thing is it definitely seemed like it was capable of going toe to toe with the Headache as far as volume is concerned. So
Yeah,
absolutely.
There was no lack of volume.
yeah, if you're a
without all that squish,
right, without the compression, the volume,
vice grip.
without the squish. Yeah.
It should be stated that hearing the difference between these is still not the same as feeling the difference in your right hand while you're playing them, because the dynamics change a lot even between these 4 different examples of the same pedal.
Definitely important takeaway from the actual guitarist in the room.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you for that.
Thank you for that nuance. Thanks for joining us here, Andrew. Thanks for providing us with the riffs and the wonderful perspective.
It's greatly appreciated.
Did you like this video? Leave a comment. Maybe share it to your Facebook so your friends can see it.
That'd be cool.
Do you think my voice is dumb? Me too. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. I'll see you at Taco Bell.